Hey guys, this is Darwell DS Isaac here, and I've got a box. Well, it's a bag, but I want to open it. Remember, always cut away from yourself. All right, so we've got about $50 worth of stuff, and I'm super excited for it all. Ooh, this is cool. So speedcubeshop has cube stands now. He included that in here. So that's the Kung Fu 4x4. I got a Zhanchi 2x2. The new Thunderclap. The Kung Fu 3x3. The old Thunderclap. Jeez, that is a huge box. And the Kung Fu 2x2. So, let's get to the odd one out first. We'll get to this 4x4. So, wrapped in plastic, as with most cubes these days. Yeah. This plastic wrapping always kind of annoys me. It takes forever to take off. All right, so feeling it in my hands already feels a little loose, kind of like, I don't know. Let's try some first turns here. Ooh, I like that. If I was faster at 4x4, that'd be... Wow. Dang. That is... Wow. That is impressive. If you can listen to that. It's got this... It feels like how it sounds. Wow. Whoa. That is crazy. All right, let's... yeah. Do some kind of interlayer moves there. If I knew my parity algs, I'd do that, but wow, that is phenomenal. All right. Well then, next, let's get into these 2x2s. We'll start with the Dian 2x2, because I actually have only used a Dian 2x2 at a competition, and so this is finally, I've gotten a chance to own one. So let's feel what this feels like out of the box. Oh man, that is nice. Oh, and yep, there it goes. It popped. That was surprisingly fast to happen. Ow. All right. But yeah, if it wasn't for it popping, I definitely see that that's pretty great. It's very smooth, but really loose right now, but really quiet. I like that. All right. Now, a lot of people are saying the Kung Fu 2x2 rivals the Dian Zhanchi. There we go. And I tried to get this switched to stickerless before I ordered it, but I guess it shipped out too soon. That's okay. White is just fine. A lot of people have recognition problems on white. I don't. It's very lubed on the outside. Let me feel that. Wow. Feels like their 4x4 does. It's got that same kind of sound to it. I realized I never did corner cutting on the Zhanchi, but I'll do it on here. So yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, that's great. It doesn't have those little catches. Let me do a quick scramble here and try to solve it. I need to get better at 2x2. Yeah, I like that. It's very light and airy feeling, for sure. And let me real quick do some corner cutting on the Zhanchi 2x2. It's about the same, but I can feel this needs to be tightened or it'll definitely pop. So, all right. Let's get into the 3x3s. Let's start with the one that I've heard is awful. I have heard this Kung Fu 3x3 is old, outdated, and does not feel very good. So obviously I needed to buy one as soon as possible. Yeah, this is some hard deal plastic. Jeez. All right, so it kind of reminds me, the look of it at least, kind of like a U-long. So let's feel what it feels like. Oh man. Definitely, they all feel the same. All these Kung Fu cubes, they all feel they have that same kind of scratchy but light feel to them. Let's try an algorithm on them. Just some last layer stuff. Yeah, it's definitely not bad, but I don't know. It's not the best I've used in the world. I can feel that it can totally like corner twist though. Like you can see it's not that hard. Corner cutting, decent, but oh man, yeah, it can pop. Yeah, this totally reminds me of like a Yulong, or I think it's a Sulong or something. Not awful. Now, let's get into the things I'm super excited for. The Thunderclap. I never had an original Thunderclap, but I heard great things about it. And so I decided to buy the original one and the V2 so I could compare them out of the box. All right, so let's try some turns here. Very big Florian cuts. Oh man, that feels good. Wow, that feels really good. Yeah, it's got that same kind of slightly scratchy sounding feel to it. It's got some spring noise out of the box, but I'll take care of that with lube and stuff. And yeah, that feels great out of the box. Now, whoa, well, I ripped that box. That's okay. On to the Thunderclap V2. Now, this one comes with this really cool form-fitting box. I really like it. And you can see the stickerless shades are very different on this one. The yellow is more of a kind of bright green yellow. I'll do some things on here to show you the shades in a second. So let's feel what this one feels like out of the box. Huh. It's got this kind of similar yet different. Out of the box it feels a little more clicky than kind of that sandy feel. And yeah. So let's compare corner cutting between the two here. So this one kind of locks up if you go too far. Whereas this one, from what I've seen, yeah, you can corner cut from anywhere on this. Doesn't matter. But they do feel pretty similar out of the box. I'll have to see what happens after breaking them in. They're both extremely fast out of the box. The V2's definitely a little bit faster. So let's compare shades here. So you can see there's, that's what checkerboard. I don't know why that word escaped my mind. That's what the difference between the two of them looks like. The blue's a lot darker, and so is the green. The red's a little bit darker, and the yellow's a little bit brighter. Overall, they look nice, actually, on both the cubes, but I like the ones on the Thunderclap V2 more, a little more reminiscent of modern cubes. And also, we'll look at the shades on the other cubes. The Kung Fu cube, which are actually very similar to the Thunderclap. Whoops, shades. You can see Thunderclap's on the left here. And the shades on this 2x2, Moyu shades, I mean, you all know what those are. And on this 4x4, shades are the same stickerless shades as earlier. Let me go ahead and, there we go, just have it all. And the shades on the Dian are, well, Dian shades, kind of dull, but not bad. So yeah, these cubes are all pretty good. This 4x4 is amazing. I will definitely have to mess around with this more. These 2x2s are great. I have a Wit 2 as my main and some Moyu 2x2s, and definitely this is definitely just as good as the Dian out of the box. So I will definitely have to look at that more. The Kung Fu 2x2 is meh. It's not bad, it's not amazing. Thunderclap and Thunderclap V2 are both great, and I like them a lot, and we'll definitely have to mess around with them more to see which one will become my main, because at this point I don't know. But the reason I got these is because for some reason on all of my cubes, my green center cap has fallen off and become lost, so I needed a new main. So I figured I'd buy both the original Thunderclap and the Thunderclap V2 just to see what they're like, and I wanted to get some 2x2s because I could, and got the rest of the Kung Fu collection because I knew their 4x4 was good, and I didn't know much about the 3x3. This 3x3 could possibly have potential, but not main potential, maybe not really backup main either. And it's not the best budget cube, but I haven't used too many. It's very simple, and like I could totally force a pop on this if I tried. But yeah, they're all very good. They're not. None of them are awful necessarily. Whoops. So yeah, let's make this all look pretty. There we go. So yeah, these cubes are all pretty great, except the Kung Fu 3x3. It kind of sucks. But if you want to buy any of these cubes, you can check out speedcubeshop and use my affiliate link so I can get some, money to help fund more unboxings and more reviews and stuff. And I will have reviews after I've broken these in and use them more, and I'll have more thoughts on them then. But for now, all I can say is I'll see y'all next time.